Hey, hello everyone. Thanks for joining us for Access City Council. I'm your host, City of Las Vegas Communications Director David Riggleman. Coming up on this show, thousands of fans line the Las Vegas Strip to celebrate the Aces' first WNBA title. And vertical farming, of all things, is just one of the many projects underway to revitalize the historic Westside of Las Vegas. Here to discuss these topics and a whole lot more is the councilman who represents Ward 5, fittingly enough, Cedric Creer. Welcome. How are you?
Hello, Mr. Riggleman. I am doing fantastic. Just so much going on.
Yeah, you've been everywhere too. We're going to talk about it too.
Yeah, I've been very busy. But on behalf of the city of Las Vegas and the Ward 5, a lot of progress is being made. So I'm really happy about that.
Yeah, we're going to talk about that. Not a lot of dull moments in your life.
Never
I can tell
a dull
you
moment.
That. Exactly.
You know, I always tell people that a lot of moving parts in my life.
Yeah.
But they're all great, positive stuff, and we are just really moving the needle, which I love.
And we're going to talk about that,
yes.
as I say right now. Councilman, you know Ward 5 very well. You're born and raised there. For those of you not exactly where Ward 5 is, well, we're going to show you right there on the map. See that big 5? That's Ward 5. If you live in that area or work in that area, then you are in the city limits of the city of Las Vegas. And of course, if you're a resident there, you are represented on the city council by Cedric Creer. Interesting ward, we always talk about it. It includes the downtown, but goes all the way out to the northwest.
Yeah, it does. All the way out to Lone Mountain now,
Yeah.
and it includes the Symphony Park downtown, includes Lake
Yeah.
Mead Rainbow, historic Westside. Have a very diversified ward, and which means that there's a lot of constituency groups. Which is pretty neat to have.
Yeah, and so
a lot of diversity.
That's
in our
why
ward.
you're always listening, because
Yes.
there's a lot of different perspectives out there. So.
Yes.
But one thing I think we all agree on is that we're stoked about the Aces. You posted this on Facebook. You said there will be a rally on the Las Vegas Strip for the WNBA champions, Las Vegas Aces. Woohoo! This was a big deal. I think we were saying earlier, I think the whole community is still smiling over this.
It's tough not to smile,
Right.
and it's tough not to just be so excited. Like every single time that you hear about the Aces, Kelly in my office is an Aces fan, and she goes to every game, and she
season ticket holder.
Season ticket holder. She always makes sure that we always have the Aces forefront. We honored them a couple years ago, and just what a great job they've done. We're so proud of them bringing them down to City Hall. But now, whole nother level of just excitement. The first team in the history of the city of Las Vegas to win a national championship, a world championship. Who would have thought just a couple years ago we'd have the NFL, we have the WNBA, we have NHL, we have USL soccer. Anybody who says Vegas is not a sports city, then I think you're
And for years,
fooling
Councilman,
yourself.
you and I have been here many years, and we heard all the naysayers. Las Vegas would never support Major League sports. It's not going to happen. And again,
the games are sold out. They had record numbers at the games, and it's just great. Congratulations to Mark Davis, and Nikki Vargas, the president of the team, Coach Hammond, just the entire organization. You always say that sometimes we always look at the players, and they are very important. They're the most important people on the team, but it's a whole team.
Yeah, exactly.
Right. It's a PR team, it's the communications folk, it's the trainers, it's everybody that
to the people
work,
selling the tickets.
People selling the tickets to work to build a world-class franchise. It's not just the people who are just on the court.
Exactly.
So congratulations to everybody who are part of the Aces organization. And congratulations to the city of Las Vegas, 'cause I know you guys are very happy as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I want to give a shout out to our own Eric Sorensen, who shot the video, outstanding video of the celebration on the Strip. Eric was right there amongst them, and it turned out great. We want to give a shout out to a few of the members of the team, too. We're very proud of the fact not only did the whole team, of course, win the WNBA title, the world title, but, of course, Asia Wilson was the WNBA Most Valuable Player, MVP, this year. That was huge. Becky Hammond, the coach, was Coach of the Year, Councilman. And then Chelsea Gray, she was the MVP in the finals.
Chelsea Gray, my goodness, you talk about a woman that has no fear.
Wow. She shoots those threes, and it's like, wait.
And she'd pull up. She's like, hey, just give me the ball, and you guys just step aside, and I'm going to do what I do.
Exactly.
She was amazing, and she really deserved. Look, nobody gave her that MVP. She earned that MVP.
Yeah, she sure did. And it was hard fought, because the Connecticut Sun, even though it only went 3 games, they were fighting hard, especially in that last game. That was really intense.
They were. And then if you saw game 3, where they really dominated, and we had a tough game.
Yep.
I was a little scared going
like,
into the final game.
This isn't over yet,
yeah,
is it?
hopefully
Yeah,
this will take a turn. But no, the team really stepped up, and the ladies are just awesome athletes. They are spot on. They're competitors. They just showed you what it takes.
Yeah.
Determination, hard work.
They can play.
They can play.
They can knock down threes as well as anybody.
No doubt about it.
Take
No doubt
shots
about
from
it.
anywhere as well as anybody.
No doubt about it. And look, it shows you coaching matters.
Yeah,
Also,
yep.
New coach comes in and really
Coach
takes a
Hammond.
team and it just really creates that winning mentality.
Yep.
And they go out there and they
stay focused
They
through the
do
whole
it.
thing. Yeah,
they stay
got it
focused,
done.
and so good for them. There's a lot of lessons to be learned, and the
Yeah.
inspiration that they have given for not only young girls in our society, but I think anybody who really wants to buy into
Sure.
how do you become a champion. That's how you do it.
Exactly right, Councilman. Very well said. Well, a little closer to home, you posted this on Facebook. You said, had an opportunity to tour the Strong Start Academy Elementary School at the Tony Hsieh Education Center. Beautiful footprint. Now, this is a big deal, Councilman, because this is the city's first foray into a charter school that it's not in Ward 5 per se, it's in Ward 3, but it obviously is there to help students across the city, but especially in Wards 1, 3, and 5.
Yeah, it does. And, they have gotten a huge response from the community. Applications are growing. The school itself is a beautiful footprint, as I said. The school, there's a huge lunchroom auditorium there. It's beautiful with the wood floors. It's a great environment to learn. Had a chance to also meet with the teachers and the staff who are outstanding and dedicated men and women who are looking to provide a better opportunity for education for our young kids.
Councilman, the interesting thing people may not know is that the curriculum there is both in Spanish and in English. So the students, the idea is that once they go through the school, they're going to be bilingual and fluent in both languages, which is really, that's an amazing feat.
It is. To learn Spanish, I think you have to start early. Estoy aprendiendo español. Es muy difícil cuando yo tengo muchos años. When I have many years, it's real hard to learn Spanish.
That was very good, though. That was muy bien.
But when you have young kids, they just naturally pick up on it.
Exactly,
And
they're more attuned to learning the language.
Yeah.
And that's when you want to get them. Yeah,
that's where you want to get them, and it becomes second nature.
Exactly.
And many schools start off with, we're going to teach Spanish in second grade. It's sort of a hodgepodge.
Right.
But this is dedicated to taking you from start to finish,
Yep.
and I think that's just
So the Spanish-speaking kids are going to speak English, but they're going to also speak Spanish, and then vice versa. The English-speaking kids are going to come out of there learning how to speak Spanish as well. So.
Yep. Muy bueno.
Yeah. Very well said. And then, Councilman, we're very proud of the 100 plan. This is something that you've worked very hard on. Let's give everybody a little bit of an update. We had a VIP come through town as a result of this, but set it up a little bit. Remind everyone what the 100 plan is and why it's so important to historic Westside.
Right. So the 100 plan is an acronym, HUNDRED, Historic Urban Neighborhood Design Redevelopment Plan, and it's a plan in action because we're actually doing what we said we were going to do. Many times in the community, we've had plans that come and they came and they went and nothing ever happened. I vow to not let that happen again.
Right.
We have a very sound strategic initiative to revitalize the historic Westside, and it hits on many different levels, everything from workforce development to improving healthcare with our vertical farming facility
We're
we're
gonna
doing,
talk about that,
and our co-op grocery facility, with our health and wellness center, with our new library we're looking to do, with the workforce development center, with the College of Southern Nevada to train people in construction, manufacturing, trades, information technology, and healthcare. All those, also with some of the housing development, working in Southern Nevada Housing Authority.
Yeah, very much so now.
So we have a comprehensive strategy that we're working off of. The importance of that is when you can take that and you go meet with key leaders and key people, supporters, and say, hey, this is what we're doing.
Right.
And they buy into the plan. And that has happened on a number of times. MGM Resorts has given us $500,000 to build up vertical farming facility. CSN with the Workforce Development Center, Cox with our Strong Future Technology Center, with the Cox Innovation Center. That's all stemmed off of conversations and presentations we had regarding the 100 plan in action.
Right, exactly. It's you've always said, Councilman, you don't want it to be just some folder sitting on a shelf.
Yeah.
You want it to be a living, breathing thing that
no doubt
actually
about
gets
it.
things done. Yeah.
And plus, you know, we have to sort of move away from always doing sort of the one-outs and just doing this and then figuring out how that's going to make a difference.
Right.
There's no silver bullet to anything.
Right.
You have to be comprehensive, you have to be strategic, and you don't want to take good resources and put them towards bad initiatives.
Right.
And that's also important. And so we're working off this very good initiative, and we're putting good resources toward good initiatives, and good things are happening.
Yeah, exactly. Case in point, you had a VIP, Congressman David Price, toured the historic Westside as part of the 100 Plan in Action. This was back on September 9th. Councilman, tell everyone who Congressman Price is.
And why is it so important that Congressman Price, you know, he's not from Nevada. He is a congressman out of North Carolina, the Raleigh area. But what makes him so important is that he's chairman of the Transportation and Urban Housing for Congress. He's been in Congress for a number of years. So in essence, he controls a lot of directs, a lot of dollars. HUD reports to him and his committee. And so when he's able, look, anytime you can get someone to come out
exactly
and see exactly what's going on, where the need is, where we can tell him exactly where the EDA dollars that we've gotten before, where our CDBG dollars are gone and what they're doing, and all the other grants that have taken place that we receive federally, and then show him how that has been played and how that's in place, but then show him the additional need that's in place. So he knows directly, so that when he sees something comes across his desk and he says Las Vegas, historic Westside 100 plan, he'll go, oh, I was there.
Yeah, know exactly what they're talking about.
You know exactly what they're talking about. And so, and he was very, very gracious with his, not only with his commitment to assist us, but also with his time. He actually hopped in the car, we toured it, we talked about a lot of different things. Yeah, and so couldn't have asked anything better. Thank you, Congressman Price.
Yeah.
Chairman.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think one of the things he has to be impressed with, and I'm sure you guys talked about this, our vertical farming concept coming to James Gay Park over at Harrison Avenue and B Street. Now this is an amazing idea because basically you're going to grow fresh fruits and vegetables in containers, right?
We are, and this is something that
shipping containers, I should say.
Shipping containers. This is something that came out. That's the park right there, which has been closed for a number of years, and it's a great facility. 25% of our community experiences some form of food insecurity. We have to get our community healthier. We have to bring in fresher fruits and vegetables into the community. One way to do that is to grow our own, and as well as it is a entry-level a training facility for people who are looking to go into the agricultural fields as well. We're going to create a co-op grocery facility where we're going to grow and we're going to give it back out to the community if you qualify for it. Working with 3 Square to create a centralized food pantry. Right now there's different food pantries around the community, but centralized, maybe it's 7 days a week from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You can come down there, and if you qualify for SNAP, you're able to be right there. So it really is a holistic look at how do we take a positive approach towards combating food insecurity in our community.
And it's really innovative to take shipping containers and set it up with the
hydroponic grow. We're in the process now of, we have to get water to it. We have to put concrete slab for the containers to go in. So that's taking place right now.
And is the light, Councilman, coming from the sun, or is it coming from artificial light?
It's coming from artificial lights inside of the containers out of there. And so, it's really unique, and it's been proven to work, and we're going to grow a tremendous amount of leafy greens that we're going to get back out to our community.
That's pretty cool.
How about that?
So when are we expecting to see the first produce produced?
Sure. The containers are done, or they've been wrapped. We're waiting to get the public works stuff in place. Hopefully we'll be able to cut the ribbon opening first part of next year, and we're going to start growing. How about that?
Well, it's innovative, and it's kind of what the 100 Plan is all about.
Yeah,
we're going to find solutions that wrap the community. Yeah.
I will bring you some kale, David. Don't worry.
Sounds good. I'm looking forward to it already. And, Council, I love this too. Innovation is your middle name here, apparently, because this is really cool. Here, back a few weeks ago, you guys set up a camping trip.
Yes, we did.
For students. But right here in the city, kind of a way for people who've never been camping before, give them an opportunity to kind of cut their teeth on, how you do it. What
No doubt.
camping, how it works.
I needed this, and I still need this. I didn't grow up camping. And Ross, who was there, thank you to her, because she has an organization called Blacks in Nature, where you're trying to expose our community to more things and more about the outdoors. And we take a group of kids out to Zion and do hiking,
wonderful trip.
which many of the kids have never been out of Las Vegas, never been in the great outdoors. Roz does it on a consistent basis, and so we wanted to do that at Sammy Davis in a nice, safe, spot. They spent the night there. They cooked there. They woke up the next morning. And,
this is how you pitch a tent. This is how you pitch a tent. This is how you cook over.
And it was individuals, but it was also families.
Yeah.
Which is great.
That's awesome.
Yep, no doubt about it. It just ties into what we're doing in our community of just exposing to different things.
Yeah.
Right? We did our birding event with our seniors and our youth.
Right, I recall.
We've had our Zion trip. This is just one more aspect for the camping to get people more exposed to different things.
They did a little fishing on this.
They did the fishing right there, right there at Lorenzi. It's just great, right? It's a perfect spot. They loved it. We loved it. We loved having it there. I can't wait to make it even bigger.
Yeah, that's a great idea. It's like, well, I don't really know anything about camping,
which I don't.
But this is a way to learn and do
it is
where you're not having to worry about fighting off a bear or anything like that.
Yes. Yes.
So,
don't run.
Yeah, right. We know that.
I do know that part.
But I don't think there's too much wildlife in Lorenzi Park.
Yeah, not enough wildlife. So. Yeah, you don't need a 12 gauge. But if you do get out in the middle of Utah someplace, or Colorado, you might want to.
Well, that's awesome.
Carry something.
That's a great experience. And I wonder, I think it'd be interesting to follow to see how many of the students that took part will eventually go out into the great outdoors and try it, farther away from town.
Sure. Look, I know there's a huge correlation, right? I'm a big believer in vision, right? If you can't visualize yourself doing it, then you'll never do it. So being exposed to different things will allow you to go down a route that you may not have. Yeah, I could do this, and I would love this. I've seen it on TV. Now here I am doing it, and some people have never been in a sleeping bag before, so it's great.
That's a great program. Really, really cool. And then, Councilman, this was awesome too. Time marches on. You posted this on Facebook. You said, "Congratulations, College of Southern Nevada, on 50 years. You've made such a huge impact on our community." It really has. I remember back in the day, Councilman, when I first came to town, it was a Clark County Community College.
Sure was. Yeah. And when I was on the Board of Regents, the students protested, and they lobbied the regents to change that from just a community college to the College of Southern Nevada, because they felt that it was more indicative to what its mission was. It's not just a community college, it's doing other different things. They do offer some bachelor's of science degrees, but what a great organization. It's really expanded from the Cheyenne campus to Charleston to Henderson. I was just with the basketball team, women's basketball team the other day. It really has evolved, and it serves right when people need them.
Yeah,
is when CSN kicks in, whether it's workforce development and everything in between is just great.
Yeah, they really match the need of the community and have the education line up with it. So well, that's awesome.
Congratulations, CSN.
50 years to them. Here's to the next 50. And then, Councilman, you've got to be a bit jet lagged here because you've been flying all over the place here. You made some really cool trips. I guess maybe we'll just do these in chronological order instead. So you started off in Miami at the Smart City Expo. You and Michael Sherwood, who's our Chief Information Officer here at the City of Las Vegas. Tell everybody what the Smart City Expo is.
So Smart City Expo Brazil is huge, and it brings cities and municipalities from all around the world to talk about how do you create a dialed-in, technologically advanced city. And whether that is with lighting, whether it's garbage, whether it is with Health and Human Services, whether that is with water, environmental issues, how does it tie into the future of technology and how they all tie in together?
And we're trying to be on the cutting edge.
We are trying to be on the cutting edge. Las Vegas has been started with an innovation center in downtown, bringing in more tech companies. The medical school is also going to help out with that, bringing in more technologically, medically advanced different companies that come in, ancillary to the school. And so we are leading forward. And this conference was in Miami. It's Smart City Expo USA, and they had representatives from all around the world. A number of, that's Secretary Castillo, who's head of EUD, which we've gotten, EDA, which we've gotten a number of grants for in the historic Westside, Michael Sherwood, our CIO. And so those type of individuals you meet and talk to, and once again, once they can see you and know you, then it's more important for them to bring resources into our community.
Well, I got to say, you guys you're being humble, because you and Sherwood were like rock stars.
Yeah, well, Sherwood was a rock star. We are fortunate to have Michael Sherwood as our CIO. He is very well respected in the community, the tech community space, very well known. And he sat on a panel
I saw
discussion.
You sent pictures.
Yeah, panel discussion, which he was fantastic on. And he's a definite leader in this field, and we're very blessed to have him.
That's great. Congratulations to Michael. And then from there, from Miami, you flew to Washington, D.C. for the D.C. Fly-In, it's called. Explain to everybody what that is.
So the Las Vegas Chamber of Commerce hosts a week of business leaders, community leaders, presidents of our higher education institutions, also of the K through 12, and we meet in D.C. for a couple of days and talk about issues facing Southern Nevada, whether that is water, whether that is education, I-11, whether that is a Bright Line train from Southern Nevada into California, and everything in between. We meet with our congressional delegations and other officials within the administration and talk about our needs in Southern Nevada and how they can help us. I was blessed with our team. Our city team went to go meet at the White House with the Special Assistant of Intergovernmental Affairs for the President. Got a chance to explain to him all the things that we're doing in Las Vegas. And he's a direct line to the administration, so that when we talked about additional resources,
that's what we need.
They know exactly what's going on. And so that was very, very exciting. It was great to be there, because now they know where Las Vegas is and Las Vegas is going and how we can help us out.
Wow. And the Las Vegas LVGEA, the Global Economic Alliance, was involved as well, along with the Chamber.
LVGEA, Tina Quigley and her team were co-sponsors of the event, and it really has evolved. Like, they had the highest number of participants, over 240 participants, and that they've had. I've gone for this is my 5th year going, and this is the biggest year that they've
That's
had.
Awesome.
People come out. I know that Councilwoman Seaman also attended with me, and a number of our chiefs and elected in our city staff also went.
Yep, that's great.
Great
So
great
the folks
week.
in D.C. know who we are then.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
That's good. And then, Councilman, I just have to chuckle at this. We're gonna play you a little video here and see if you can guess who this voice is, everyone.
Main walk sign is on to cross Main. Main walk sign is on to cross Main. Main walk sign is on to cross Main.
That, if I'm guessing, sounds like Cedric Creer.
Yeah, it does. I blame Joey Paskey, who's our Assistant Director of Public Works and in charge of transportation, for doing that. I joke, but he said, "Hey, do you want to do this?" And I said, "Yeah, that sounds really cool."
What is it?
I didn't know, and then afterwards, when I heard it, I was like, "Oh my God!"
Oh, there I am.
That is just great.
Well, if you're in the downtown and you're crossing safely and pushing the little buttons that activate the crosswalk, you might hear Councilman Kerr. You posted that on Facebook too. You said, "Does that voice sound familiar?"
Yeah.
That's me, your local Ward 5 councilman, heard on Clark and Maine. That's classic.
But if the walk sign doesn't come on fast enough, don't blame me. I'm just a voice.
Exactly.
Report it appropriately, and we'll see what we could do about getting it fixed.
Exactly. That's great. So
it is.
It's like, hey, that sounds. I've heard that voice before.
That was a lot of fun.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
And then, Council, we got a couple things going on basketball-wise we want to tell everybody about. On September 24th, that Saturday, the Ballers and Brawlers celebrity basketball game took place at the Shack Courts. Yeah. Our beautiful Shack Courts over there in West Las Vegas.
Yeah, it was. It was a prelim to the Gus Macker 3-on-3 tournament that's taking place in October the 15th and 16th at Cashman Field. Gus Macker is the largest 3-on-3 tournament in the Midwest. It's huge. And so we're really excited about hosting them and having it here at Ward 5 over at Cashman. You can still register, go to macker.com and get a team together. They're still putting together teams, and hopefully you get out and play.
Yeah, so the Ballers and Brawlers that already took place, was that a 3-on-3 too?
It was a 5-on-5 tournament, half court, and it was a lot of fun. We had a team from Channel 8 were there, a team from Power 88 and other people that played. So
got a little media action rivalry going there.
Yeah, we had some professional boxers and UFC fighters, and it was great.
That's cool.
Good time.
Back in my day, we used to have softball games. And it got pretty competitive.
Yeah, usually it does, right?
And then, Councilman, we want to, again, you touched on this one, let everybody know, the Gus Macker 3-on-3 basketball tournament is coming to Cashman Center October 15th and 16th. This is a classic tournament, started in Michigan, I believe.
Yeah,
and then it's now
Michigan
spread
and the
across
Midwest.
the country.
It is around the country, and this is the first time it's going to be here in Las Vegas. Really, really cool. Huge turnout. Hopefully, like I said, people get a team together. You can go to macker.com and sign up. I know that slots are still available, so put together a team.
Yeah, who knows? You could you could advance and win the big prizes.
Yeah,
so,
no doubt. Should be fun.
So, Councilman, I know that if people have questions, they can contact your office, which is a perfect segue into what I'm going to tell everyone right now. Hey, we always want to hear from you. So if you have something you'd like to share with Councilman Creer, you can find him on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. You can also contact the Councilman's office by picking up the phone, 702-229-6405, or send him an email. His address is ccreer@lasvegasnevada.gov, and hear one of his great staff. We'll get right back to you. And if you have questions about the Gus Macker tournament or anything else, they'll be there to answer it.
Yes. Thank you very much. 6 weeks go by really fast.
No, it
seems like we just do we say this every time, but it's so true. Just so much stuff we do in a quarter of a 6 week
Especially
period.
this time of year, the weather's nicer.
Yes.
There's a lot more going on in the community, and so it really ramps up.
Yes.
So, all right.
Yeah. Well,
Well,
thank you, sir.
great job. We'll have you back in 6 weeks, as
All
you
right.
mentioned.
Thank
we'll
you.
do it again. And in the meantime, everybody, don't miss our next show on October 13th with Ward 1 City Councilman Brian Knudsen. You can now catch all of our KCLV shows on Apple TV, Roku, and Amazon Fire. Also, look for our QR code during the closing credits of this show to sign up for our newsletter. And don't forget, you can watch us live on the internet at kclv.tv. Thanks for joining us, everyone. We'll see you next time around.